Hello, I'm doing a Let's Play of Magic Candle 2. I've never done a Let's Play before, and I'm really not sure how I'm going to fill all the gaps in what's going on. I'll probably do a horrible job, but here we go. This is a game that came out in 1991. I played the hell out of this when I was a little kid, and I think I learned just about everything there is to learn. I'm going to just do a quick Let's Play and show you how to beat the game. We'll start a new game. The game lets you pick one of 5 different heroes. A, C, and E are men, B and D are for women, so of course I've got to pick A through E. I think A is someone who's well-rounded, E is like a bard, and C is the warrior, so we're going with the warrior. I do not want to disclose Lucas's true name. He will be Lucas. Skip the intro, and I've arrived in Tellermain. I guess before I get going, let me talk a little bit about what my goals are for this. My goal is this is kind of, I guess, hybrid speedrun slash walkthrough slash let's play. I just am trying to beat the game in as few game hours as possible. You've got a little calendar up here that keeps track of the date. That's really only pertinent for the reasons that the game will take note of the weather, and depending on what clothes your character is wearing, he'll run out of energy faster or slower. I'm wearing a wool outfit, which is good for winter but not good for summer, and it's summer, so I don't know why I'm wearing it. Also, this game tends to start crashing a lot around October of the second year that you're in the game. So there is some pressure to finish the game before then. But my plan is to try to get this done in less than 2 months game time. Weather is clear, that's what this is. This is my coordinates. I'm in the city of Tellermain. Here's my menu, and of course my party box. What I'm wearing, my statistics, skills, looks like I'm best with sword. Have a little bit of money. I know a few spells, and I know a few songs. Going through this game, I'm going to be, well, I guess let me back up just a little bit. I'm recording this on my desktop. Obviously, this game has to be run in windowed mode in order for me to record it, so might look a little bit smooshed, and you can probably see a little bit of what's going on in the background because for some reason I can't get this box to just get the screen, but whatever. I'm going to be abusing as much information as I can to beat this, and that means, not looking around for passwords, not trying to find gods. I mean, I know exactly where they are. I'm going to go straight to them, and I'm even going to be abusing a little cheat that I found growing up where if you buy too many diamonds, the vendor will actually give you money rather than charge you money. I'm also probably not going to pill around too much with gathering a party and building up. I'm just going to go straight to the people I need to go to and go from there. So I guess let's start. First things first, we need to go to the gambling hall and make some money. I'm not sure if these game sounds are going to be too loud. They're kind of loud to me, but I can't really change the audio on these old DOS games, and I don't know how to get around that. So if it's obnoxious, I apologize, but I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. This is the gambling hall. The gambling hall will only let you win $1,000. So I will probably have to screw around with this a few times until I actually win it, and I will probably have to edit out a good portion of what's coming up here. There you go. Let's just see if she'll let me win. There we go, 1 of 350 gold. Oops, no, I do not want to do that yet. I need to save. If I win this, I'm done. Nope. There we go, 1,000 gold. She won't let me gamble anymore. So now I leave. First thing I'm going to do is pick up a companion, really to be a mule for my items and anything else. And Rawl will fill that role nicely. And now we're 2. Now I've got Rawl to carry money for me. I'll go to the jeweler, who I believe doesn't show up till 9 in the morning. Yes. I've screwed around with it, and I think if you buy something like 78 diamonds, you get the most money back. So that's what I'll do. And Rawl will do the same. He'll buy 80. Oof, no. He'll buy 78 as well. Yep, there we go. Okay, so now I have a ton of money. Shockingly, probably not even as much as I need. But we'll start our shopping trip. First thing we do is head next door to the armorer. He sells different types of armor. But what we're looking for here is a steel helmet, which is the best helmet in the entire game. And we will buy 6 of them, 1 for each party member. Three. And 6. Just double check. Yes, there's 6. Now we need a few general goods, which we can get from this gentleman, Torillo. I need a map flask. I need a shovel. And I need several picks. Picks are good for their lock picks. They will find hundreds of treasure chests in the game. And you need to basically, every time you use a pick, it breaks unless you have a high lock picking skill. So I buy a ton of picks because I break a ton of picks. And then I'll buy some blankets. Blankets are good for if you are on a ship or you're camping somewhere. They basically let you get a good night's sleep. If you do not have a blanket, you can only rest up to about 50 energy rather than the 99 energy that you're capable of having. Last stop we need right now is we need some food and some mushrooms. We're gonna have to come back here later once we have our party together, but for now we'll just get enough to get going. You're gonna need some potions. You're gonna need some sermons. Potions restore your hit points, sermons restore your energy, and as such they are the most important thing in the game. Ganchis are a close second because they give you extra turns in battle, and you just need a few medicines and locas because every once in a while you open up a treasure chest and you get poisoned, and it sucks because I never buy them and there's nothing you can do about it. And then we'll buy some food from Tombol, and that's it. So now we have 6 steel helmets, 17,000 gold, 84 food, 64 potions, 98 sermons, 88 ganchis, and a handful of locas and medicines. And locas are for if you get ill, I think, or medicines if you get ill, locas if you get poisoned. And we're good to go. And that is all we need to do in Tellermain. With that, I'm going to end this first video and see how it went. Next video will be us leaving town and striking out into the world and getting a party. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so that first one didn't look too bad. I see that I've got a mouse pointer in the middle of the screen, and I don't know what the deal is with that because it's not on the screen for me. Anyways, hopefully I can take care of that. Moving on, we are going to leave Tellermain and go to the castle. At this point, normally you'd go north to Kettrop, which is a town of halflings, and you'd get some halflings, have a bunch of money, put them to work, and that's would be how you'd earn your money normally. Here's the castle. Alright, first thing we do is we go see the king. Normally when you talk to the king, it tells you that you have to read this paragraph. I don't have the well, I do have the paragraph book, but I'm not going to read it. Basically, he just greets you, and then he gives you 3 mind stones, the great sword Brennix, which is the best weapon in the game, and I guess that's it. The mind stones are, you can give them to your party members and leave them places and then still communicate to them through the mind stones. Now that we have Brennix, the only thing we need is to invite the lady Subia. Subia is good because she is the only person in the game who can find a hidden elven village, and the only reason you want to find that hidden elven village is because they sell elven spun clothes, which are the best clothes in the game, and they're good for all weather types, so I want that pretty soon. There are a few other guys here you can bring, but I'm not going to mess around with that. What I want is to find a man named Truck. Truck has in his possession cubes, spheres, and pyramids for sale. These are what's called teleportal items, and these are incredibly important, and these will get us everywhere in the game. I will buy 15 of each. Again, if I wasn't cheating, this would be a huge pain in the ass. So now I have the teleportal items, I've got a bunch of gold, and I've got Subia. And with that, I'm out of here. I'm getting on a ship. Hire her for 5 days. Camp, sleep, yes. And this is where blankets are handy, because if you don't have a blanket, I don't think you can, well, maybe on a ship you can. We're going to be heading north to this little island you see with that tower on it. There's an enemy party in there, so we have to get as close as possible. Oh, I see Rawl is hungry. So I need to transfer to Rawl a little bit of food to get him by until I can try to get rid of him. If someone has less than 5 food in their inventory, like Subia, then they won't eat it unless you give them permission, and then they'll get hungry, and if you don't feed them after that, they'll get starving, and if they get starving, then they're as good as dead to you. So let's give them just a little bit of food. The reason we're coming here is because the Great Zeeks gives you the Book of Tomorrow, which is a pretty crappy book, but it's free and you'll probably use it. That's all you need here. Back on the ship, camp, sleep, yes. Those are enemies. If I got off here and landed, they would attack me and I would die because I have the most pitiful party in the entire world right now. Since I have a book, I'm going to learn, I guess I'll learn Pierce. You don't need a ton of those, but you can't really beat the game unless you have at least some. And I forgot I should have bought arrows while I was in town, but I will get those when I come back. Where I'm headed now is a town called Ussa, or USSA, to pick up a bunch of magic books, and a magician. I think that you've learned enough, Pierce. Holy smokes, yes, we have definitely enough, Pierce. And here is Yusa. It's important to make sure you remember which boat is which, because if you get the wrong one, you get boned. Alright. This is one of the most important houses here. Here's where Neendix lives. Neendix is important because he sells you every magic book in the game, even the book that hasn't been written yet, Eminad. You need to buy at least one of each, preferably a couple of some. Zoxan you only need one of. In fact, you probably don't even need that because F1 has it. No, I already have Tomorrow, so I'm not going to buy it. I'll buy Ishban. Oh, and I'm already out of gold. See, it's unbelievable how fast you run out of gold. We'll have Rawl finish this. And I'll buy one more Felmus because that is incredibly important. And gosh, I probably need a couple of each of those, but I got one more Emunad and one more Vanix. And that's it. Okay. Next thing we'll do here, we'll save and gamble. Crap. Well, let's restart. There we go. It's really a drop in the bucket considering I have like 20,000 gold on another guy, but whatever. In this bar is Midir, who is not the most powerful magic user in the game, but he has the highest dexterity, so he has tons of turns, which makes him incredibly valuable. He's what's called a hireling, which means he's not actually loyal to you, he just sticks around as long as you pay him. Well, we're going to give him a ton of stuff, so that's not really an issue. It's just kind of obnoxious because once you give him something, he will never give it back. And you can't give him any jobs, so you can't tell him to wait around. He'll just leave. And that's all we have to do there. There's a lot of stuff to do. I'll probably end this video here and call it a day for now. When I get back, I want to continue to gather my guys, get some gear, and hopefully before too long we'll be ready to actually start the adventure. So thanks for watching. Alright, so now we're going to use Subia and then Ditcher. On the boat, I'm going to use a sermon to get all my energy back, and then everyone's in a camp, and I will learn. Well, now I have a million spells. What do I want to know? I'll learn a few disguises because I'll have to know those eventually, and Midir will learn teleport, which I'm going to need immediately. Begin. And I guess Rawl and Subia can sleep. I think you only need like 4 disguises in the game. I've got 18, plenty. I also need 3 or 4 soul speaks, so I'll go ahead and pick those up. Should be plenty. Anything else I need? I'll just continue to learn shield. transfer to me a couple of books so I can learn something else that's useful. I don't see anything else on the list. None of those are all that important. You can sleep. Okay. So down here, we're getting close to a little town called Lendora. Midir can cast teleport, which gets us around the map very quickly and very well. However, it uses an intense amount of energy. Oh man. And I need to find my bearings here. Okay. So it burns you tons of sermons, tons of energy, and you have to memorize it all the time. And there's a hidden village, and we're in. For one reason and one reason only, and that's to buy clothes. First, I'm going to need all the coins I can get. Elven Spun, best for clothes in the game. Yes. Okay, I can no longer hold any items, so Rawl is going to have to be the mule that I brought him along to be. I believe that this makes 6. Yes, he's got 5 and Lucas has 1. Okay. Just to keep Midir happy, I'm going to go ahead and give him his steel helmet, and I'm going to give Midir, well, Rawl is going to give Midir his Elven Spun. And I will go ahead and put on my helmet and put on my Elven Spun. And Midir, since he's the only one I'm keeping, will do the same. The other two, I don't care about. Now that Subia has played her role, strip her of everything that she's worth. Oops. She can transfer. Oh gosh, she's got 500 gold. She can keep it. But I want my food back. And she can transfer to. How much gold does Rawl have? Ooh, he's out. Okay. Transfer to Rawl all your gold. And with that, Subia, you are dismissed. But we've not explored Lendora yet. Bitch, we are in Lendora. Get out. And then we leave Lendora. And then Midir gets us home. Back on the ship. Midir, you will continue to learn teleport. Lucas, you will learn. Oh hell. Learn Zutyan. And Rawl, you can sleep. Yeah, they stalk you on the land even though you're in a ship, as if you're just gonna get out and fight them. Alright. I'm not actually going back to Yusa even though it looks like it. I am in Disembark and I don't want you to stay any longer. Holy crap. let's get out of here. That's a stronghold. It's just basically an inn. You can go in there and stay and nothing will ever attack you, and you just get to learn as many spells as you want. But I do not have time for that. We are on our way to Drakhelm, which is the home of the dwarves. We find an ominous gateway. We go into the gateway, and Lucas will whisper, "No car bahim." And the mine's open for us. Now, Drakhelm is interesting because it's both a city and a dungeon. Top level is a city, and as you delve deeper, it becomes overrun with monsters that you have to take care of. There's also a ghost down here, and a scroll, and a magical axe. Oh no. This is the home of somebody we want, but he's not home. So let's take care of our other business here. We need to buy mithril armor from this guy, and mithril is the best armor in the game. Or mithril, I guess mithril. I worry at this point that I don't have enough money to buy 6 mithril. Let's see what Rawl can do. I bought 1, so I need 5 more. Whew, just enough. So now I have the best helmet and the best armor. You can only wear helmet and armor in the entire game, and I have the best clothes in the game. So as far as equipment wise, my main character now has the best armor in the entire game and the best weapon in the entire game. So we're not doing too bad. Here's a meeting hall. We need to wait around till some people show up. I'll give it till noon and then go check on my other buddy. No one's here yet. Let's see if he's shown up. Yes, I'm looking for Eflin. Yes, I would like to come in. Eflin. Second best wizard in the game, probably. Oops, I want to invite you. So now we're halfway full, and if we can get this guy to show up, we'll be 4/6 full. Probably doesn't show up till about dark because everyone else is in their job during the day. It's a very thorough game. There he is. Kruga, like Midir, is a hireling, so he wants some of my treasure. That's fine. And Midir is now exhausted, so Midir, use your sermon. Now Kruga is probably the best pure fighter in the game. You can see that he starts with 67 hit points, the highest of anyone starting. Just looking at his stats, high bravery, high strength, high dexterity, he's good. His axe is 75 out of 99, that's pretty phenomenal for a starter. And I don't really care what he's carrying. And that's all we want to do in Drakhelm. So from here, I'm going to go pick up my last 2 guys, get some equipment for them, and we will get started.